felonies can occur. Talk about that.
Absolutely. Well, I think, the message can't be, try and make yourself somebody that you're not. I personally think it has to be yourself, but be aware. And like you said, be smart and use some common sense. I mean, I got the same problem as Barack Obama. I got lucky. I got a little bit of a white voice when I talk. So, that helps me when I'm in situations because they say, oh, you're so articulate or something like that. Like something crazy like that. And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. But so I would say to everybody, you have to be yourself, but just be aware and be confident in your own setting. I mean, you each deserve the right to be yourself. That's a human right.
We talked a little. Do I have time now, Eric? One more question? Okay. The question we talked about during the break is, if there's a bully, right? And they keep on nudging you, keep on pushing you. They're going to keep on pushing you until you stand up for yourself and stop. Now, as we talk about backing away and doing all things to stay safe, as a people, and I almost say as a youth culture, because they attack young Muslim people, our Hispanic brothers and sisters. Everybody gets attacked as a racial minority. Even white kids that dress like us are going to get attacked if you're in this youth culture. When do we as a people say, you know what, we're not taking this? And how do we fight back? How do we fight back to the system so that this doesn't keep on occurring?
I'll jump in and take that one because I think it's important to say when a bully keeps pushing you, you want to push back. There are ways to push back, not in that moment, but bigger than that, right? So they're looking at your lack of power or your power based on how did you vote in the last election? They're looking at your power or lack of power when situations like this happen and you stay home, right? So everybody is looking at you as being weak or strong based on the last demonstration of your power, the last time you came out, the last time you raised your voice. So for me, it's not about what do you do in that moment. Stay safe, retreat, feel weak if you need to. But then when you go home, take action. That's where you get collective power.
Yes. Hallelujah.
I was going to say, the easiest way for them to disempower you is to lock you up. And then you're incarcerated, and then you can't vote, and then you can't, do everything that a regular citizen can do. So that's why you got to stay smart.
I think it's really important to understand, we've been talking about ways to stay safe, and it makes sense that you want to stay safe when there's law enforcement there, when there's someone who has a gun, right? That doesn't mean you're subject to them. It doesn't mean that you're defined by them. Toni Morrison talks about the power belongs to the definer, and you are all your own definers, okay? I love what Eric is saying about they're looking at you in terms of your last display of power. Where are your displays of power? When you understand your rights as civilians, as citizens. When you vote, when you participate, when you're educated, when you know your rights, when you're stopped. That's where your power is. So when you feel weak, when you feel like you've been taken advantage of, when you've been pushed by the bully, go home and get educated. Because with that education comes the power to make a change.
And we've heard the word vote a couple times. You guys did a great job in the last election. We're going to need you again this year. We'll be talking about plenty here on BET. But right now, I'm going to take another quick break. 106 and Park continues. Stick around. Stay smart, folks. Stay alive. And stay with us.